Hey, what's up? You know, back for some vinyl, to show some vinyl, to have some vinyl, to possess some vinyl. Or does it possess me? I think it could go either way on that. Oh, it's a happy weekend, as usual. Got some stuff to show here, starting off with some CDs. This one, I really don't think I have anything from this artist. I might have one record, but it's a 2 CD set of Tito Puente. I debated, I've seen it, and I thought, man, that's really cool. And then I put it back, and I walked just a little ways, and I thought, no, I need to really get that because they only had one copy, and these Primo sets are really good. They always have. This has 40 songs on it, so. And then I picked this up. This is volume 2, The Road to Rock and Roll, Dangerous Liaisons. It's a 2 CD set from 53 to 54. There's a track listing on the back. Now you can't see that because of the glare. But it has a lot of these on here are what I would consider rare, and then a lot of them are, stuff that you would sort of expect to see. If I can get this open, I'll show you the other half of it. I hope I open it the right way. I'm having technical difficulties, as usual. See, one's pink and one's black. But I'll read you a few of the songs here. Get it back together. You have let's see, Bob Wills, Hank Williams, Red Foley, Tennessee Ernie Ford, then and Fats Domino, John Lee Hooker. Then you have other artists that's lesser known, like Smiling Joe, Bunny Paul, Chuck Miller, The Crows, Bill Haley and the Comets. Well, everybody knows who that is. The Spiders. So it's pretty good mix. And then also about volume 3, No Stopping Us Now. They didn't have volume 1, or I would have obviously got it too. This is a double CD as well. I don't know how many volumes there was of these, but and the thing that kills me about buying CDs now, and it's been like this for a while, but it's like really bad at this point, is when I buy them, I really want to put them on my iPod, but my iPod is so full that I have to delete stuff to add stuff. Actually, both my iPods are pretty much like that. So, and one of my iPods is it's a 160 gig. It's one of those classic iPods. I don't have it down here. And then I have a Nano, which is I think 8 gigs, and they're full. So when I buy CDs, the only way I can listen to them is I can still have a CD player in my car. But I don't like bringing CDs back and forth. And it's funny because that's what I always used to do before I had an iPod. I used to just carry CDs with me and a case of CDs and make CDs for the car, and it was just normal. But now it's sort of like, So anyway, then I picked this up. It's called Daisies of the Galaxy by the Eels. And I seen Jenny show this a while back on her channel, B-Sides. Of course, hers was on vinyl, and I'd seen this on vinyl since I seen her show it, and I almost bought it, and I ended up putting it back because I had, this was at a record store, so I had too much already, so I had to put something back. I put probably several somethings back. So then I found it on CD for, I don't know, I think it was $1. So, I mean, I'm sure it's worth that. The little bit that I heard Jenny play, I really liked. So, maybe one day I'll get it on vinyl. And then this one, I was sort of confused about. I know I have these songs, and I might even have this on my iPod, but I don't remember ever owning the CD, so I'm not sure how I got it or whatever, but it's a take on the Sgt Peppers. The group is Big Daddy, and they do the whole Sgt Peppers album, as you can see there. And it's good from what I remember. I mean, some of these songs previous to having this, I didn't know, because I hadn't owned Sgt Peppers up to that point. So I learned a couple of those songs, like Fixing a Hole and some of those, from that album. And that sort of, isn't that funny? And then I picked this up. It's Cracked Magazine Giant Cracked Fun Kit. I pick these up ever so often when I see one that tickles my fancy. And I think I used to have this one. It has like these papers, the pages in the back are split, and you flip the faces and the bodies of these famous people, and it's pretty hilarious as the outcome. Did my record stop? Sure did. Anyway, moving on to the vinyl. Bought this yesterday at a flea market that we go to every once in a while, and I have this 12-inch on vinyl, but I'd never seen the 10-inch. Emma Sumac with Mambo, and it was $5 as is. The guy that sold it to me, we go to his booth all the time. I bought several things from him. He said he played it, and he said it's got a couple scuffs on it. He said, but it doesn't skip. So I said, you know, just for the novelty of having the 10-inch, and this is like one of my favorite albums from her, I just like I had to pick it up. And for $5, you know. And then I found something else that was like really super great. I never thought I'd own one of these, especially an original. Satanic Majesty's Request by the Rolling Stones. This is an original with the lenticular cover. I don't know if this is a first pressing, or I think the first pressings are the ones that had the lenticular cover, if I remember right. And it's not like mint condition, but it's mint for me, you know, because I didn't have it. And here's the inner sleeve. Whoops, there went my phone. It's the same on both sides, and this is on the blue London label. I have this on CD, and I've seen the reissue a few times. I don't remember how much they wanted for it, but which I might eventually get the reissue. But yeah, having the original. This came out, what, in 68, 69, right after Sgt Peppers, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. And if you're a Kiss fan, it has the original version of 2000 Man on it that showed up on the Kiss Dynasty album. So yeah, I seen that. I had some other records from this guy's booth, and I seen this one. It's like, okay, I had to put some stuff back so I could get this one, because I wasn't about to pass this one up with the lenticular cover at a decent price, you know, for an original. And then this one I heard about and was looking for, and I just thought I actually looked through almost everything there, which I don't usually look through anything but the metal. Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe, by the Alan Parsons Project. I'd heard about this. I was looking through a discography of their stuff and heard about this album, and I'm thinking, wow, I've never seen that album. If I ever see it, I'll have to get it. So I just thought I would look, and he actually had it. It was on Mercury. So yeah, that'll be cool to listen to that. For sure, it's got the Raven on here, the Telltale Heart, Fall of House of Usher. So yeah, that was really cool. And his prices, actually, two of the guys that we go to that sells records and stuff, their prices are almost always, at least the stuff I want to buy, is always really good. And then this one, Kat said I already had this one, but I'm pretty sure I don't. 1910 Fruit Gum Company, Indian Giver. And that song I have on 45, I played to death when I was a kid, still have it. And it's on my favorite label, Buddha, of course. You've heard me talk about that numerous times. I don't remember ever having this record. It's possible that I do, but it was only $8, so, you know, even if I do have it, it's, you know, it's worth $8 either way. And it also has on here Special Delivery, Cotton Candy Castle, The Game of Love. But yeah, 1910 Fruit Gum Company. And then this is another record that both of those two booths I just mentioned had a copy of this record. And I'd never seen it ever. And I was looking up, because I'm on a Beatles kick, I was looking up solo stuff from each guy in the Beatles. And this one, I might be mistaken, but I thought this was one of the first ones, or one of the few, that was on the Zapple label that I think John and Yoko put together, or maybe it was just a division of Apple. I might be wrong. I think it was a John Lennon, Yoko Ono record that I'm thinking of. But I thought it was this one, but this one's not on Zapple. George Harrison, it's called Gone to Lunch. I think that's what that says. And I want to say Gone Tropo. That's it. I want to say that this is an electronic album. It's on Dark Horse Records. Tim, if you're watching, I'm sure you can tell me all about this record. Like I said, I'd never seen it, never heard it. Still haven't listened to it, but I will. I just picked it up yesterday. But it's on Dark Horse. It's a mint copy. It has no scuffs or even dust on it. So got this at a real good price. Like I said, I want to go back and get all their solo stuff that I don't have. I mean, I have a lot of it, but and there's a lot of Beatles that I don't have too, and they had pretty much all of them that I wanted. They had, I think there was 2 copies of Sgt Pepper, which I do have that, one of the originals. I have to get mine out and look at it and see if I need to upgrade. But anyway. And then, I think the rest of these are from a Goodwill we stopped at on the way back. This is called The Frog Pond. This is from 1969. And the back is just white sleeve. It's from what I can tell, this side is frogs with music, and then this side is just the frogs. Like sounds of the frogs, bullfrogs. So it's got like it's Droll Yankees Incorporated, Providence, Rhode Island. Has like wood frogs, Fowler toads, bullfrogs, wood duck, tree frogs, barrel owl. So that'll be interesting for sure. And this one I'd seen in a book of celebrities that has made records, Celebrities Sing or something. Jack Lemmon, A Twisted Lemon. I'd never seen this record anywhere before in real life, so whether it's good or not, I had to pick it up because it's just, the sheer novelty of it. And I've said this is on Stereorama, which is one of my favorite labels too. I've said this before, everybody made a record at one time. So this one was really cool. Bahamas Treasure Chest. This was recorded in the Bahamas. And it opens up like this. And, it has this little booklet here with these pages. But yeah, this is, I've seen this, it's like, wow, the more I looked at it, the cooler I thought it was. So it's like, yeah, for 99 cents, you can get these pages cooperate here. But yeah, I really like these kind of books. I think I have one that's just a Hawaiian one. It's like this. And I'm having technical difficulties. But it has a lot of good pictures and reading. I mean, that's a really good picture there. Doing the mambo, or not the mambo, doing the limbo. And then it's on Carib Records. So yeah, that's sort of a cool little thing to find. There's the back. I don't know if I showed the back. Yeah, so that'll be good to check out. Came out in 1961. And then I found a Command record that I'd never seen, Near East Brass. And the cover's a little bent, like it's been, not in an actual flat stack of records. But it's Enoch Light, and I laid the record down, and the record looks fairly straight, so I think it's just the cover that's got a little bend to it. I'll just put it in with a stack of records, and I mean, it's not in the best of shape, but it's a Jerry Felding and his orchestra West Coast style. So yeah, Enoch Light. And then this one is Volume 2, Brass Impact, Explosive Brass Impact. Excuse me. I have volume 1, but I'd never seen this one, so. And there was volume 1 was there too, but I just picked this one up since this was the one I didn't have. Warren Kimmy and his Brass Impact Orchestra. So yeah, it was pretty cool to find some Enoch Light. This one I thought I had it all. Bobby Christian, Mr. Percussion. That's another nice shiny record. I like shiny things. I usually say glossy, but I thought I'd change that and say shiny. And it's on Mercury, the old Mercury label. Bobby Christian is a one-man band, almost, it says. Miami Beach Rumba, Ballin' the Jack, The Lady is a Tramp, I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles, Lost in a Fog. That'll be some cool stuff, I'm sure. This is another one that I always like to pick up. Adventures in Sound, Mucho Gusto, Mariachi and Hi-Fi, recorded in Mexico. And I've passed up a few of these Adventure in Sound records because it was either the artist or the album that just didn't appeal to me. A lot of times you would think by watching my channel that there wouldn't be anything that doesn't appeal to me, but you know, it's just the aesthetic of a record too that sells it for me a lot of times, not just the artist or you know what type of music it is. And this last one here, I have on my wish list in my head records that I've seen over the years, flipping through bad album covers and things like that. It's like, I really need to get that album. I gotta find it. And these are like really rare records, so a lot of times there wasn't a million, you know, mass produced. And I sort of found one that I was looking for, but sort of didn't. It's the right artist, it's just a different record. But regardless, I don't have any from this artist. It's Joyce Loundorf, and the record that I'm looking for is just a red cover, and it's just her holding one rose, I think. But this is the same artist, I'm almost positive. I haven't searched it and looked it up. This is a Christian artist on Word Records, and I seen this, and it's like, oh my God, that's who that is. I just didn't know her last name because, like I said, I didn't have the record that I'm looking for. But you know, this is just as cool. I wouldn't wear this one. This is called For People Who Don't Hear the Music Anymore, is what this one's called. So yeah, I had to get this, no question. Came out in 1984, so now I'm going to have to do some research on her now that I know her last name. So that's all we have in this video. Some oddball stuff, some rock, some metal. I don't know, did I show any country? I don't think I showed any country, did I? Some easy listening, some space age pop. Yeah, so everything but, actually I don't think I showed metal in this video. That was my previous video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Or thanks for subscribing, either way. This is my second video out of 2 for the week. I don't know if I'll be making another one. I might not, just depends. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend. And we'll see you in the next video, whenever that might be.